Hi, everyone. I'm curator Lisa D'Amico, and I'm very excited to be speaking to artist Dina Romano today. Her wonderful piece in the exhibit is called Flowers on Plum. And Dina, so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Lisa. Thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, yeah. And so let me start off by saying your piece compared to the others in the exhibit, I would say is really at the top of the list when it comes to incredible vibrancy. The colors and the composition are out of this world.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Tell everyone your approach to creating this particular piece.
Okay, well, first of all, here is Flowers on Plum. And if you didn't know it, I'm a poet. There is nothing glum about my painting Flowers on Plum, okay? First of all, I was very interested in this being that it was based on color in nature. And I believe in vibrancy. I want my art to speak to you. Like, people often say to me, wow, your art looks so much better in person than on social media, or wow, I feel like I can grab that flower right out of the picture. I believe in depth and vibrancy and perspective, and I want my paintings to feel alive. Like, I want someone to walk by my art and look at it and want to look again, even if they don't like it, even to say that's the worst thing I ever saw in my life. But as far as this exhibition, color, when I saw this, I'm like, oh boy, I have to submit to this. And color is very important to me. Let me put this down. But if you want to know what inspired me actually to paint that piece, I'm a very visual person. I'm outside a lot. I do photography, anything, poetry. And I was walking and I saw a field of, these are supposed to be black-eyed Susies, okay? But I'm an artist, and my attitude is, if you see, whatever you see in my work, you see. That's how I'm not one of these people. That's why it's called Flowers on Plum, because I don't want it to be called Sunflowers on Plum, because everyone's going to be like, well, really? Is that a sunflower? I want people to see what they want to see. So I walked by this field of sunflowers, and it just held me. And the other reason is that not sunflowers, I'm sorry, black-eyed Susies is my mother's favorite flower. So it made me think of her. I lost her a couple of years ago. So I'm like, I have to paint these. And actually, I picked the smaller canvas size because I wanted to show that just because something is smaller doesn't mean it can't be vibrant, it can't be alive, and it can't pop. If this was big, like an 18 by 24, I don't think it would work as effectively. That's my own personal opinion. So I think being an artist, having an opportunity to work with different canvas sizes, small, large. Now I have a sunflower painting that's 18 by 24. It's like, they look like microphones, you speak, but again, it's a different feel, a different vibe. But in this case, just the fact of it being color and just the fact that the size, I'm like, wow, this painting really works for this exhibit. So I have to submit it. And
Dina, I have to tell you, there's a level of joy in your painting, this particular one, that's just inherent. It is, you can't look at this and not get uplifted. I have to tell you, it's not just the color, it's also your composition. You're approaching these from a very, even though it's not quite the typical realistic, it's realistic. You've got bent petals, you've got kind of askew stems, yet I want to jump in that painting.
Right. And one thing that I just would like to say, since a lot of this is about color, nature is our best teacher when it comes to color. I mean, I'm going to hold it up again. I chose to work with a complementary color palette, yellow and purple. You walk around in nature, nature is our best teacher. You see color everywhere. You see intensity. And one thing that's awesome about nature is I could walk by that field and at any given time during the day, and the color, the value, the intensity looks extremely different based on the light. And this is why so many famous artists like Van Gogh with his cypress trees and his irises and his sunflowers, and Monet with the water lilies, and Georgia O'Keeffe with up close flowers. I can go by that sunflower, not sunflower, I keep calling them sunflowers, black-eyed Susie field, and try to I can paint the same position and get like 100 different varieties based on color, time, depth, perspective, intensity, volume. If you haven't figured this out, I've been an artist my whole life, and I am a trained artist as well as self-taught. So, and color studies is one of my favorite things because I feel that it's important, and not just in multicolor, monochromatic, and even in grayscale. I mean, color is not just based on, you know, everyone thinks a color is red, yellow, blue, blah, blah, blah. But if you take a grayscale palette, you can have a grayscale palette that's comprised of blues, that's comprised of violets. I mean, I don't want to sit here and make this an art, like, let's teach art. We're talking about my painting, but I take everything I've gathered in my whole life and I just apply it to each and every painting that I do. And the medium in this painting is also acrylic. But I feel that you could keep learning as an artist, and I tried different mediums. I mean, I've worked in a lot of different mediums. I like acrylic. That tends to be the one I prefer. But at the end of the day, learn, pick up watercolor, pick up wash, pick up pen and ink, just create. And sometimes you get surprises. Like a lot of times I approach a canvas and I have no idea what I'm going to get, and all of a sudden I get this magic, just this magic. Like, I don't always mix all my colors in the palette before I start painting. Sometimes I let the canvas do the magic for me. Sometimes I have a specific idea, especially with commissions. If a person wants a blue tree, they want a blue tree. I have to make it blue. If it's Prussian blue or ultramarine blue, if they give me that liberty, I'm elated. But if they tell me I want, you know, a painting that's this, that, and the other thing, we have to, you know, you have to make your clients happy. But when I get to paint for myself, it's nice when you get that magic that like automatically happens.
Dina, your painting is magical. It really is. And for everyone listening, please see Dina's work in The Color of Nature, but take it a step further and see her work on her website. And I will include that in the post when we post this interview, because I love your work. I feel like I'm just kind of discovering you, like discovering what you do and how you do it, but it's inspiring and it makes my day better. And I know it'll make everyone else's day better too. So Dina, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And enjoy this beautiful day.